There you go.
Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got him star on my body, bitch, I'm innocent. Like they should be caring nothing, we don't bullshit. This shit for some years, I ain't left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got him star on my body, bitch, I'm innocent.
Let me see you try to pass billions of dollars to pay your way out of that. You can't bribe God, white man. You can't bribe God. You're the beast the Bible speaks of. Keep reading. Verse 16. And he calls us all both, great and small, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive they not in their right hand or in their forehead. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Let's broker a deal.
Damn, honey, let's go. Let's go.
20.
You what? What we doing? You at what?
91.
He ain't done nothing. We gotta give him 120. Yeah.
64?
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get all these.
I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look.
City eyes, it's time to vote off. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. You told it in the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how them crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty to handle. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they want, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yaradon, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence,
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they on down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spit shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray aloud. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah. I was thugging with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
It is all right. I'm sorry first. All right, shalom. This is the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under leadership of the manager named Hannah. You know what I'm saying? Where we teach the so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, all the true biblical Jews according to the Bible and according to archaeology. You understand? Preaching off from our Dagger, holding down the brotherhood class, Spirit of the Most High. You understand? We all know that brotherhood and sisterhood is synonymous. We need both to survive in this hellhole that we are living in today. You understand? And, you know, we're going to get right into it, man. You understand? We're going to get right into it. You understand? Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, we need to realize that in this given time right now, you understand, all hell is going to break loose. You understand? And we need to depend on one another instead of depending on white society and depending on a government that has done nothing for us since the beginning of time. You understand? Since the beginning of time, you understand, Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, we've been running from white society. We've been running from their persecution. We've been running from their lies. We've been running from them robbing our identity. You understand? And now it's the time, man, for us to truly hold on to this Bible and hold on to these traditions, man, and hold on to what the Most High truly wants us to do, man. You understand? Let's go to Mark chapter 12 and verse 29. You understand? Let's go to the book of Mark chapter 12 and verse 29, because we need to realize, man, that all throughout this Bible, man, is very, very specific on who the Most High is truly for and who Christ truly died for. You understand? We are in 2025 and we still have issues with Israel as a whole believing that Christ died for everybody, man. Where the Bible does not support that at all. You understand? The Bible does support as far as him being unalived on that cross for God's chosen people, which is the Israelites, from Judah all the way down to Issachar. You understand? These are the things that we have to have all throughout our mindsets and all throughout our daily activities, man. You understand? And who are we truly living for, man? You understand? What are the things that we're doing that's going to truly profit ourselves, man? You understand? You got that scripture, priest?
Come on, sir.
All right.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 29. And Yahushua answered him.
You understand? And now we know exactly who's speaking. You understand? This is Christ speaking. Go ahead.
The first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
You understand? Now, this is very, very important. Why? Because, like I said earlier, we are in 2025 and we are in the midst of World War III, and we still believe that the God, that the Most High is for everyone. And it's a shame, man, because this is all throughout the Bible. You understand me? From the Old Testament to the Apocrypha, and now what? Shoot, hold on. We're in the New Testament now, right? Come on. And it's talking about Israel, right? You understand? And we're talking about Israel right now in the New Testament. You understand? These are the things that we have to have. I'm talking about, like, it has to be brainwashed in our mindsets. You understand? We see how white society has brainwashed us to believe everything that they have at our footsteps, at our front door. You understand me? Christ is a so-called Caucasian man with a stringy hair and a blue ear, in a blue eyes with a Roman toga. You understand that the angels are babies with 2 wings and small rods. You understand that God is a spirit. You understand that Christ died for everybody and that the laws are done away with. You understand? These are the things that we have to purge out of our mindsets and be re-taught about this truth, man. You understand? Because this truth, man, this truth right here is going to truly, truly make you understand who this Bible is for, man. We have to set a premise on who this Bible is for, man. And this is coming out of Christ's own mouth. This is coming out of Christ's own mouth. It says, and he answered unto, matter of fact, you mind to read that one more time? Come on, please.
Sir. This is Mark chapter 12 and verse 29. And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
You understand? This is the thing that we have to have embedded in our mindsets. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman and child. You understand? We need to realize, man, that this Bible is only for us. You understand? We have to be selfish with this Bible. Just like white society is selfish with their riches, in their fame, in their brainwashes, brainwashing. We have to be selfish with this Bible, man. You understand? Because guess what? This is a very, very possessive statement that Christ is saying right here, man. And we need to realize, man, that this is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about right here, man. You understand? We can pack up and be done with the class, man. If we can just get this little piece right here in our mindsets, hell, the whole earth would change, man. You understand? Black, Latinos, and Native Indians will change. You understand? The Christian church will change. You understand? Because the Christian church, they still living under that philosophy that that God loves everybody. You understand? But they don't never want to go here. They don't never want to go here where Christ is saying it out of his own mouth. You understand? They always want to run to Galatians and all that. But of course they don't understand the context when it talks about when it talks about the what was that in Galatians 6? I believe it was the last verse when it talks about the God of Israel. You understand? These are the things, man, that we have to hold on to, man, and have it very, very, very close within our mindsets, man. You understand me? Once we gain this information, we have to close our minds and just be closed-minded to this information only. Why? Because there's so much information out here, man, that would just literally change our minds and change our thought process to make us to believe anything, man. Keep going.
Sir. Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength, This is the first commandment.
Listen, man, we gotta realize, man, that when it comes to these commandments, man, when it comes to these law sessions and commandments, these are the things that we have to abide by, man. These are the things that we have to take serious. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we have to truly, truly grab hold on to and just never let it go, man. You understand? Keep going.
Okay. This is verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is like, namely these: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
You understand? And this right here, this scripture right here will save a lot of black on black crime. You understand? A lot of Hispanic on Hispanic crime. A lot of Native Indian on Native Indian crime. Why? Because we hate one another, man. Why? Because that's what white society wants us to do. You understand? Can you sacrifice not loving white society in their riches, in their rituals, in their philosophies, in their holidays, just to love thy neighbor, just like Christ is saying right here? You understand? Can we sacrifice that? Not loving white society, not loving these Africans, not loving all these different type of heathens? I think it's time for us to make a little bit of sacrifice, man, when it comes to truly, truly giving a damn about your brother and your sister. You understand? It's time for us to start making just a little bit more sacrifices, man. And that number one sacrifice is loving white society, man. You understand? We love white society so much as a whole, man. You understand? We love celebrating our birthdays. You understand me? You 62 years old and you still celebrating your birthday. You understand? We as a whole, we do these things. Why? Because we become comfortable in the state that we are living in now, man. We are just so damn comfortable. We just love what we do every single day. You understand? Well, we got the quote unquote 4th of July coming up, man. You understand? And we've seen it time after time, man. Year after year, man. Decade after decade, man. It's going to be some unaliving, man, on the 4th of July. Man. You understand? We've been saying that since 1969 to truly stay away from these holidays, man. Truly stay away from celebrating your birthday. Stay away from doing it for the kids. You understand? Because now that's what they say now. Like, oh yeah. You know, we not really celebrating it. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it for the kids. We celebrate Christmas for the kids. You understand? To the hell with that, man. What you're doing, man, as a whole, we're celebrating white society, man. We're lifting white society up and we're just stepping on our own people, man. And it has to stop, man. It has to stop, man. Why? Because once again, you're going to hear this until Christ returns, man. We are in the midst of World War III, man. And that brother that you just, just shot in the arm or, shot in the leg or, stepped on his Jordans or y'all jumped, that's your brother, man. You understand? And that anger that you have towards him, guess what? That's that same anger white society has towards him, hell, and towards you. Black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man. You gotta realize, man, that this right here, we are in a time where we need one another, man. Hell, even with the sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? You got these sisters going crazy. It's a fight every day on social media. You understand? It's a fight every single day on social media, and primarily majority of them are women, man. You understand? It's a time, man. You understand me? When that new kingdom comes, guess what? It's going to be order on this place, man. It's going to be a restored order that is just so needed, man. That is just so needed. Because we love our oppressor and we hate our neighbors, man. We're doing the total opposite of what Christ is saying right here, man. Let's read verse 31 again, if you don't mind. Come on, please.
This is Mark chapter 12,
Mhm.
verse 31.
And you can pull any type of precepts, or but in anytime you want to preach a lot.
God. And the second is like, namely, this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
You understand? He says, Christ said, there is none other great commandment than these. Why? Because Christ knows. You understand that if we stay together, that's when we become dangerous.
Right.
You understand? That's when we become very powerful. And white society does not like that. Go ahead, priest.
God kind of said, we in history proves that.
Mhm.
And history backs that up 100%.
That's true.
Like, we saw it all through the Bible,
Mhm.
like especially during the King David era when we band together.
Mhm.
Like, bro, we are an unstoppable force.
Trying to tell you.
And they especially saw it after we were so-called freed from slavery.
Mhm.
Like how we, like within 40 years of coming out of the hardcore slavery,
Mhm.
we had our own black airports, we had our own black
tell you.
schools, hospitals, Black Wall Street.
Mhm.
During the Great Depression, that didn't affect black people.
Con.
That affected the devil. That didn't affect us.
Right.
And we saw how they don't want us to be together. They come bomb the Christian church,
Mhm.
or whatever, you feel me? Like they had to agree to Martin Luther King because they saw there was a way that they could split us up
Con.
if they let us integrate.
Mhm.
So they like I forgot the white guy's name, but he was like, so if I gotta let this black man sit down next to me and eat the same food as me,
Right.
just so they won't get ahead of me,
Mhm.
then fine, I'll do that.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he's still gonna be on the bottom.
Con.
And I'm like, this is what black people don't see. Like, they will put a white only on a restaurant. And y'all will fight to get in that restaurant instead of just making your own restaurant and put blacks on it, black and brown people on it.
Trying to tell you.
On my restaurant, it would have no white people and no dogs allowed.
Con. Most High in Christ, and man, and what's so heavy about what you just said, you know what I'm saying? That ending part is that, guess what, man? That time is coming, man, where we're gonna have our own restaurants, and they're not gonna be able to partake in it whatsoever.
Right.
They're not going to be able to even look up at us, man.
Right.
You understand, Lord allow, man. You understand? And these are the things that we have to look forward to, man. You understand? But of course, Christ said it himself, man. You have to love thy neighbor like thyself, man. And thy neighbor, of course, according to context, is Israel, man.
Right.
You understand? That neighbor is not everybody. You understand? Because if that was the case, Christ would have said, "Hey, hear, oh everyone." You understand? Or oh, hear all nations. You understand? Christ didn't say that, man. He said, "Oh, hear Israel, man. Love thy neighbor as thyself, man." You understand? This right here, man, is the art of brotherhood and sisterhood right here, man. If we can come together, just like we've been saying, just like we come on saying, man, listen, it's proven all throughout the Bible, man, that, when that does happen, guess what? We are a force to be reckoned with, man. You understand? And just imagine, man, if you see 40,000 black men, you understand, guarding, guarding the generals as we go to our cookouts. You understand? As we go to the Passover, man. That'll be a very, very powerful thing, man. You understand? Very powerful, man. But hey, man, those days may come. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19. Because we gotta realize, man, when we talk about this Bible, man, you gotta realize that you gotta correlate the New Testament with the Old Testament. You understand? Because when you see it as it is written, and in the New Testament, I mean 9 out of 10 times, guess what? It was in the Old Testament. Leviticus 19. Let me see here real quick. Let's start at verse 17.
God. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, in verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Listen, man, this right here is a very, very heavy scripture. Why? Because hate is all throughout the earth. Man. You understand? White society has created hate and they've mastered hate. You understand? White society has mastered hate to a T. You understand? And guess where that hate is going? It's trickling on down to the black and brown community, man. You understand? But the Bible is saying, don't hate your brother, man. You understand? If someone offends you, guess what? Forgive them, man. Go to he and he alone. You understand? If that doesn't work, go to counsel. You understand? If that doesn't work, hey, you know what I'm saying? Go to major counsel. You understand? Then it will get rectified, man. You understand? There's no reason to hate your brother, man. No reason. Especially the brothers here that are warring with you every single day, man. These brothers are trying to figure it out with you. You know what I'm saying? Showing that unconditional love, that true love, which is an action word, man. There's no reason to hate your brother. And if you got an issue with your brother, hell, take it up with him, man. And I say it all the time, man. If you got an issue with me, man, listen, man, just come to me, man. You understand? Come to me alone, you understand? And we can work that thing out. Man. You understand? If you don't feel comfortable, you understand? Talk to the man above me and we'll be able to work it out, man. Because that's how you make the brotherhood strong and be unshakable. Go ahead, priest, please.
Kind of slightly if I may, but this one commandment right here fits over 75 to 80% of black people's problems. So our main problem is not having any unity because somebody always want to outshine somebody else.
That's a fact.
Or they always want to be big and bad. I'm tough, you know, all this, that, third. Like this one commandment fixes black communities.
That's true.
It fixes the entire black community. It won't be no more Bloods, Crips, you know, folks or whatever. It will just be the truth. You feel me? Like, part. Man, like this right here, if we can get in black people's heads, like your brother is not your enemy. You feel me? You got to understand, you've been programmed to hate this person.
Facts.
You feel me? Just like the Bible said, you got to be transformed into this truth. Like
that's
you got to, like, listen, man, like people gotta understand, like, we running out of time. You feel me? That's like Trey said, if you hate your brother, you hate me as well, because how can you love me and you can't even love the man you see every day?
Every single day.
You feel me? So like,
man, that's heavy that you said that, man. And you know, I just want to add just a little bit more, man. You understand? We've lost our compassion for loving thy brother, man. You understand? And of course, you understand, we know that brotherhood, hearing the truth, is not on no, you know, not on no freaky deaky, whatever, you know, Diddy stuff. You understand? That's for everyone else. You understand? And when we categorize everyone else, that's fake Israelite groups, that's the Christians, that's the Muslims, that's the quote unquote woke people, the quote unquote chakras and the Kundalini people. You understand? We gotta realize, man, that this truth, it was built on brotherhood, man. You understand? And the only way to be able to keep that brotherhood and you know, keep it unbreakable and unshakable is that we do not hate one another, man. You understand? Because that's what white society does, man. Don't white society hate a black man?
Right.
Don't white the hell. You're seeing what you are seeing what's happening to our so-called Mexicans right now, man. You're seeing it firsthand how they truly hate us, man. Hell, in Let's not mention the native Indians. This is
Right.
their land, and where are they at right now? Hell, they're somewhere in some reservoir right now.
Right.
You understand? You gotta realize, man, that those are our brothers, man, and we should not hate them. You understand? You go on social media, you go on, like just going on throughout your daily life, you're seeing brothers and sisters hate their brothers and sisters, man. They're falling into lies of what white society wants us to do, man. Because best believe, white society, they understand this Bible, man. Just a little bit of it. But they do understand what? They do understand if they break us apart and have us unaliving one another and have us sleeping with each other wives and sleeping with one another and all that hula, you understand? Then they know that they have what? They have control over us, man. Then they know that what? That they are the grand masters and we are just the puppets, man, as a whole. You understand? And that Christian church is just so disgusting, huh? You understand? It's just tearing up the black family. It's tearing up the black community, man. And we got to realize that, man. We got to see it firsthand. We got to understand it. You understand? And it's a shame, man. It's a shame that the ISUPK on Command General Hana, we've been doing this since 1969, and black people still don't believe this. After we've been saying all of this stuff is going to happen since 1969, that Iran is going to bomb Israel, and then Israel is going to retaliate, and then all the other nations are going to get involved. You understand? We've been saying this, man. And the crazy thing about it is like when we say we're the home of the truth, and we are the truth. It's like people say, well, such and such said that too. IUIC, GMS, GOCC, whatever the case may be, they are seeing these things, right? And people are following after them. Why? Because they're saying some of the stuff that they learned in the ISUPK Command General. You understand? The time is now, man. The time is now for us to come together, man, and stop loving white society, man. Go ahead, priest, please.
It's like, so I ain't want to go off topic.
No, please go ahead.
One thing that made me so sick about these fake camps is every single one of them got something to say about the ISUPK.
That part.
Every single one of them. Not one camp has thanked General Yohana or the ISUPK, period, for the knowledge.
Right,
no,
that
not
part.
One camp,
that
period,
part.
Thank General Yohana for going to court and fighting, not just for
Right.
ISUPK,
For them as
but
well.
fighting for the entire Hebrew Israelite
Yep.
community
Mm-hmm.
to have free speech on the corner of the street.
That part, man.
Like, that's the point. That's
Yeah.
the part that I don't understand. That's how you know we are the truth.
I'm trying to tell you.
feel
and
me? General Yohana went to court alone.
Yep.
Not what his name? Snake Daniels ain't pulled up.
Con.
You feel me? HOI ain't pulled up. HOA didn't come. Like none of Sakara didn't. Look, we don't even want Sakara.
Good night. Facts.
But Sakara
concur
didn't
with that.
pull up. Not nobody pulled up.
Mhm.
General Yohana used his face card for you.
Yep.
And you got the nerve that you talk trash about us and down talk us.
Yep.
And then this the thing. This is how good General Yohana brotherhood is, and this is how he leads by example. Even though they say all they want to say about us, General Yohana still say, "Hey, Passover, all camps are invited. Or the cookout, all camps are invited. As long as you Black, Native Indian, and Hispanic, of course. But all camps are invited. You feel me? Hey, let's get this work in.
Right.
You feel me?
That's a fact, and that's heavy that you bring that up, man. Because I don't ever hear them say that anyone can come to their Passover. It's always it's almost like the Christian church. You understand? Because of course, you know, like the Christian church is like when they get their clicks and when they get their quote unquote community, it's like, oh well, you know, like we're shelled off now. You know, like no one else can come in and no one can crack our shell, whatever the case may be. Commander Jenny Hanna, he gives that open invitation to come to the Passover, come to the cookouts, hell, come to classes. You understand? But guess what? And you know, just to piggyback off what you were saying, you understand, like when he went to court, you understand, and just to take it back, you understand, all these fake Israelites groups, they need to be thanking Commander Jenny Hanna for them even realizing that they're Hebrew Israelites.
Exactly.
You understand? Because you gotta think about that, man. You got camps that just started yesterday.
Right.
You understand? You got camps that started in the 90s. In the 2000s, hell, IUIC, what they started in 2004?
It was like 2000, anywhere between 2002 and 4.
Yeah, you understand? Like we gotta realize, man, that you know, Andrew Hanna, he's been doing this for some time, man. He's been doing this for a very, very long time, man. And the fact of it is that, you know, he shows his brotherhood. Why? Because after all of that, he don't hate his brothers, man. You understand? He don't hate his brothers. Now, of course, if they come up against us, guess what? We're going to defend this truth.
Right.
Best believe that. But there's no hate. Why? Because we are still Israel, man. You understand? They just like what they called ignorant stepkids right now. You understand?
Yeah.
They just some ignorant, foolish stepkids right now, man. They need to come to realization that everything started from one West, man. You understand? And the brotherhood is very strong here, man. And it's a thing that we need to lean on, man, and hold on to, man. Let's read that again, verse 17, and we're going to keep going, priest, if you don't mind.
This is Mark. No, this is
Leviticus.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Keep going.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
Now, look, come on. Didn't we just read this in the book of Mark? You understand? We got to realize, man, when we pull in these scriptures, man, and we're saying it, man. Why? Because we know that our forefathers said it, man. You understand? And we know that it's in the Old Testament and it's in the New Testament, man. You understand? We got to love our brothers like ourselves, man. You understand? The Bible says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against thy children of thy people, man. We got to realize, man, that those grudges are not good. Why? Because it causes separation. It causes brothers to, you know, not necessarily look at you different, but just be very cautious when they say certain things around you, man. You understand? Or do any things around you. You understand? They will still be a brother. You understand? But that grudge, hell, that's what they did in the world, man. You understand? Hell, that's what white society is doing to white society right now. You understand? Look at Iran in Israel. You understand? They are very, very combative when it comes to hating one another or having disagreements with one another. You understand? And that's something that we should not be doing. You understand? It's, you know, of course, there's nothing wrong with having disagreements, but you have to have that solid foundation of brotherhood, man. And brotherhood is what, man? Loving thy brother, man. Loving thy neighbor like yourself, man. You understand? We do a lot of things for ourselves. We build up ourselves, you understand? We do all these great things for ourselves. But what about your brother, man? You understand? What about your sister? You understand? For the sisters, are you lifting your sister? Are you lifting your sister up? You understand? Are you giving her that the toolish that you learn from your husband or your camp leader? You understand? For the sisters that's been in the school for some time, are you loving your sister like that? You understand? And this is what we have to show the world, the whole earth, that we are totally different from what white society intends us to do, man. Because guess what, man? White society wants to tear us apart, man. Wants to tear us down. But guess what, man? We got to stand strong in this truth, man. We got to be able to pound it out, man. You understand? We got to be able to, give that holy kiss. You understand? A brotherhood, man. These are the things that we have to hold on to, man. Because guess what? That's all we got, man. All we have is each other, man. Why? Because everyone else is against us, man. White society is against us. The Africans are against us. You understand? The East Indians are against us. The Japanese, the Chinese, hell, they're all against us, man. Why wouldn't we be for one another? Why wouldn't we want to lift up ourselves, man? As a whole people, man. And once again, you seeing what's going on outside. You understand? And I believe that was you, the come one that we talked about a few weeks. You understand? Keep your eyes on Russia. You understand? Because Russia is not looking so good right now. Go ahead, priest.
I can certify me.
Uh-huh.
Man, like I told people, I said, look, see how they ain't saying nothing about Russia no more.
Tell you.
They talking about Iran, Gaza, and Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They're not telling you what's going down in Russia right now. And what I do every time there's a big war going on, I always follow. I go to YouTube and I follow the journalists that follow, like that be on the battlefield. So like I'll go on YouTube every week. They got something posted like, "Hey, this happened this week." And they show you the combat footage. If you got a weak stomach, I wouldn't advise you to follow them because you're gonna see some stuff. You're gonna see people getting blown up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, bro, Ukraine done pushed into Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine and the weak said, "I am strong." They made their plowshares into sword.
Facts.
You feel me? Like they slept on Ukraine. They what you call that word? They underrated them.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Underestimated them.
They underestimated them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and right now, Russia is getting the snot kick out of them right now.
That's a fact.
Which gonna push, Most High Christ does, is gonna push it to the point where somebody's gonna have to come help Russia. But remember, it was Ukraine begging for help.
Yep.
It was getting on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we need money, we need help,
Yep.
we need reinforcement. Putin was like, anybody jump in, I'm gonna do something in your country that you never seen before.
Yep.
Now it's Putin need help now.
Uh-huh.
Putin need help. And it's gonna come to a point where some country is gonna have to go and help Russia.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Somebody got to go help Russia. And that's going to spark another war. Because now, Ukraine allies going to have to bomb that country.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're allied with Russia and Iran and all of it. So now, like, people don't see the Lord is setting it up. Yeah. It's a movie.
And what's so beautiful about all this, man, is like, of course, like we know at this given point in time, Christ can come back at any given day. But like you gotta look at, the Most High humor, man. It's like, hell, go ahead and let them destroy that, go ahead and let them destroy Russia. Go ahead and let them destroy Gaza. That's less work for us. You understand? That's destroying that we have to do. You understand? And we gotta realize, man, that this war that we in right now, man, it's like we have to. It's like it's like that car getting started up, man. You know what I'm saying? But But that starter need to just need to have a little what they used to do with the starter. They used to
hit the starter, bang on
hit the starter with the what we used to use, man.
like a little rod or stand.
Yeah. We used to use it. We used to use the back of a pliers or back of like a tool, like that. You understand? We right there, man. There's no need to hate your brothers and sisters, especially not right now, man. We are too close to the end, man. Too close to the end, man, to be having grudges and hating your brother, man. This is the time where we should be coming together to try to figure out our resources and trying to figure out where we're gonna, how we're gonna survive the next weeks and the next months and the next years to come. You understand? But let's listen. We got a slide to come on. I know we keep reading the scripture over, but we gotta read the scripture one more time so it can be embedded all throughout our mindsets of how brotherhood truly is, man. What brotherhood truly shouldn't be. Go ahead, priest, please.
It's we're in the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Keep going.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
Listen, man, this is very heavy right here, man. If this can be plastered all throughout the earth, primarily in the black and brown community, man, you understand? From the from the Old Testament and in the New Testament, man, you know what I'm saying? And just get out of loving white society and all these other nations. You understand? We gotta realize, man, that 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 love you get in the white society and all these other nations, that's truly supposed to be for your brother, man. That's truly supposed to be for your sister. You understand? Now, I understand, you understand, we got to go to our slaveries. You understand? We got bills to pay, X, Y, and Z. But any type of free time you got, you know what I'm saying, you should be calling up your brothers, man. You should be calling up your sisters. Just to, just to check on them. Make sure that they tawad. Make sure that they good. You understand? Make sure that they, sharing the classes or even in classes. You understand? And make sure that they contacting a camp leader, man, to try to do every and anything that's possible, man. That's gonna benefit the Most High, man. You understand? And benefit yourself and benefit your people, man. That's what it's all about, man. All that, I think LaCombe once said, being jealous against one another. All that has to stop, man. You understand? All that truly has to stop. Go ahead, priest, please.
It's like it said, as you can see perfectly, Ukraine don't hate each other. They love their neighbors.
Right.
And look at how powerful they become when they love each other and stand with each other and have unity. They overtake the largest country that has the biggest the military in the world.
Right.
They overrun them with unity. You feel me? Look at how powerful. Now if blacks, browns are the salt of the earth, we are by default better than the Ukrainians. Imagine what we can do if we join together and have unity.
That part, man. That is most definitely a fact, man.
We can move mountains.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Let's drop that. Let's go to give me 1 second here. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. Isaiah chapter 14, we're gonna start at 16. You understand? This right here is one of my favorite scriptures, man. I have a lot of favorite, of course, you understand, the entire Bible. You understand? But when it comes to white society, man, it's like this right here, man, is very futuristic, to say the least. Go ahead, priest.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
They that see shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Verse 17,
Mm-hmm.
that made the world as a wilderness,
Mm-hmm.
and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Verse 18, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory.
This right here is a very heavy scripture, man. Why? Because it's going to get a point in time where, you know, the whole earth is just going to be completely crumbled. You understand? And guess what? White society, along with the other heathen nations that make it to that, you know, to the new kingdom, the new Jerusalem, they're going to build up our kingdom, man. Talking about Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, right? And guess what? We're going to have museums, just like they have museums, and they mock us, and they do these, and they do these outlandish things. And we're going to be walking with our kids, and our kids going to be like, is this the man that caused the earth to shake? That had kingdoms going against kingdoms? Is this the man that was overruling you, Dad? And that's going to be a beautiful thing, man. Why? Because we're seeing how white society is truly over us right now, and it's tearing us apart, man. It's tearing Black, Latinos, and Native Indians apart, right? To the point where Christ has to come back to restore order. To restore order for what? For us to truly love one another, man. You understand? And our kids are going to be in those museums. And our loved ones are going to be in those museums. And they're going to be like, what? Read that one part where it says, is this the man? If you don't mind, come on.
Like, seriously.
You can read that one part when it says, is this the man?
Kind. So, all right, this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble,
Mm-hmm.
that did shake kingdoms?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof.
Listen, man, this right here, man, we gotta realize, man, that this Bible, man, is so important, man, for Black, Latinos, and Native Indians to understand, man, that white society has done a number on us, man. White society has done a number on us to the point it's like we believe white society when they say, you know what I'm saying, unalive one of us, unalive your brother. You understand? When we look at it in hell, they're unaliving us as well. You understand? We can go over, I'm talking about hundreds and thousands of names of where white society unalived unarmed Black men and women. You understand? And now it's to the point where it's like, man, let's just let themselves unalive one another, and let's just let themselves be brainwashed with Christianity and all these other philosophies and religions. You understand? Just remember, man, your little kids, man, your sons and your daughters will be like, is this the man that caused the earth to shake? That had kingdoms in the wilderness and done all these abominable things to y'all? This the man. They're gonna have Donald Trump up there, look, number one.
All right.
You understand? They're gonna have Putin up there. Dad, is this the man? You understand? This the man right here that caused y'all to be separate from one another, huh?
Right.
Please go ahead.
But they might have goddamn what his name? Will Ferrell up there.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Look at look at your quote unquote white public figures, man. You understand? What was that one that had the freaky island, Epstein?
Yeah,
Epstein Island.
right.
You understand? Come on, man. And look what they're doing to destroy God's chosen people, man. It's to the point, man, where we have to separate ourselves from white society, man. The only solution to building and having a strong brotherhood and sisterhood is if we separate ourselves from white society and all these other nations, man. Why? Because guess what? They have done nothing for us. What has white society done for us, man? You understand? And I hate to keep on bringing up the, my Mexican brothers and sisters, man. But look at that, man. Look what they're doing to our Mexican brothers and sisters, man. And guess what? This has been going on since the Barack Obama era, man. This has been going on since then. Barack Obama deported a lot of our brothers and sisters as well, too, man. A whole lot of them. But guess what? A lot of that was swept up under the rug. Why? Because they identified him as a quote unquote African American or a black man, which is so false. You understand? He's an African. Time is now, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. It's truly time for us to just step up, man. Step up and walk over white society, man. Like they've been doing to us for over 400, 500 years now, man. You understand? It has to come to a point in time where we just get tired. We get tired and we get fed up of being lied to. Let's go to 2 John. 2 John chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Yeah, what I say, 2 John? Yeah, it's only just 2 John 1, yeah.
1 and 1.
Let's start at verse 4. Yeah, verse 4.
Come. This is 2 John chapter 1, verse 4. I rejoice greatly that I found of thy children walking in truth.
It says walking in what?
Walking in truth.
Listen, this is going to be a beautiful thing, man, to be able to see Black, Latinos, and Native Indians as a whole walking in truth, man. Walking and being on one accord. You understand? Walking and not having that hate towards one another, man. This is what's important right here, man. This is so important, man, that we have to realize it. We have to look at it as face value and not what white society is painting a picture of what it should be like or what it should look like. You understand? This is damn near almost an impossible task in today's society, man. For brothers and sisters to walk with one accord and walk together, it's damn near impossible, man. You understand? Think about all the ups and downs that Black society has. When I say Black, I mean Black and brown society has had with one another, man. Look at all the troubles and all the conflicts and all the issues that we have. Look at it, man. And we still want to have that hatred towards one another. We still want to hold that grudge towards one another. The Bible says we should be walking in this truth with one another. You understand? We should be 10 toes deep with our brothers and our sisters, man. And all the issues that we have, man, point them out, man. Let that shit be known. Should like it. You understand? So we can deal with it and deal with it accordingly, man. Because guess what, man? Although we're in the midst of World War III, guess what? We still have business to take care of, man. We still got to get our brothers and sisters out of this hellhole, man. We have to, man. You understand? And it's so vital, it's so important, man, that we grab hold onto this truth now and hold on to it and joy hand in hand with our brothers and sisters instead of joining hand in hand with these heathens and with these with white society. It's so important that we hold on to it right now, man. And that brotherhood and that sisterhood, man, is going to join together, man. And guess what, man? We're going to take our damn kingdom back, man. You understand? We're going to take back what's rightfully ours, man. Keep reading if you don't mind, priest.
God. Walking in truth, as we have received a commandment from the Father.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. And now I beseech thee, lady, not as though I wrote a new commandment unto thee, but that which we had from the beginning, that we love one another.
And that we do what?
That we love one another.
Yes, sir, man. We got to realize that we have to love one another, man. You understand? We have to love this truth, man. We have to love one another like we love this truth, man. You understand? There's nothing wrong with having what they call hobbies and habits and things that are going to make your life worth living for. There's nothing wrong with that, man. But once you mess with your brothers and sisters, man, that should be unbreakable, man. You understand? It should be unbreakable, man. You understand? These are the things that we have to hold on to, man. Let's keep reading.
Verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it.
It says from the beginning, man, we have heard these things, man. Talking about what? Talking about the Old Testament.
Right.
You understand me? Talking about Leviticus, talking about Genesis, talking about, Numbers. We have heard all of this in the beginning, man. And guess what? We still have an issue with loving our brothers and sisters, man. We still have an issue, man. When the Bible distinguishedly says, we heard it from the beginning, and that we shall walk with the commandments, man. We shall walk with our brothers, man. Just how much you love this truth, you should love your brothers and sisters just how much you love this truth, man. Because guess what, man? They're coming from all different ways and walks of life, man. Just like you once was, man. And guess what, man? It has to be known, man. It has to be told. It has to be said. White society is destroying the brotherhood in the world, man. You understand? White society, think about it, man. Think about how much hate you have to hate your brother that's sitting next to you, man. At your slavery. You understand? That's sitting next to you on the bus, sitting next to you on the job site, training site, or airplane. You understand? Think of how much hate you got to have to not even have no dignity to just say, hey, man, what's going on with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? How's everything going? You understand? It don't even have to be no well thought out conversation, man. You understand? How's everything going, man? Everything good, man? All right, man. Listen, man. Good seeing you, man. You understand? Good knowing you, wherever the case may be, man. We got to go back to the basics of brotherhood, man. To the foundation of brotherhood, man. To the foundation of this Bible, man. Because it's a lost art in the world. You understand? Hell, shit. We still arguing we still arguing the fact that that people think that we Africans, man. You understand? We arguing the fact that people think that they're Moors. You understand? We're arguing the fact that that the black woman is God. You understand? We're arguing off all of these things that mean nothing to the Most High. You understand? Once again, we have to mesh with one another, man, to understand these things, man. To realize, man, that this shit is important. Man. Brotherhood and sisterhood is important and it's very essential. Man. You understand? Just like they had what was that during COVID-19? They had those what they call essential workers. You understand? Those people were the only ones that was working. You understand? The ISUBK, we would have been called essential workers as well, because guess what? The work never stopped. Huh? You understand? The work never stopped throughout COVID-19. Huh? And guess what, man? We're gonna continue to do this, man, till our King returns, man. Jesus Christ will be bashfully called, man. Yahweh Shai. You understand? Hamashiach in the Hebrew, man. You gotta realize that, man. It's very important. You understand? And it's something that, of course, that in hindsight that we don't want to do, man. You understand? You gotta realize, man, that when we have separate issues, whether whether you mad at the earth or you mad at your slavery or hell, you mad at your rib, don't take it out on your brother, man. You understand? Don't take it out on your brother, man. Why? Because this is not needed. For one, of course. You understand? And just like we talked about earlier, you understand me? It's like you're arguing with him for something that you have going on in your own household or your own personal life. That's not right, man. That should not happen, man. That brotherhood has to mesh together, man. That brotherhood has to truly come together, man. So you'll be able to take over the kingdom, man. And think about it, man. You understand? Jeremiah Hyman said it, man. You understand? The officers, the captains, you understand? It's going to be a point in time where, you're going to be looking at your people. Like, oh, man, I only got 47 people. Where my other 3 people at? I only got a couple hundred. Where my other 100 at? Or where my thousands at? You understand? That time is very near, man. And the generals, they've been saying this, man. And I believe that shit with all my heart, man. Why? Because they have not lied this far. They have not lied this far, man. You understand? And everything, how they move, has been according to this Bible, man. I have no objections to that, man. You understand? Let's go to 1 Samuel, chapter 18. Okay, yeah, we should have enough time to go through these.
1 Samuel?
Yeah, 1 Samuel, chapter 18. Starting at verse 1, if you don't mind.
Verse 1?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, and verse 1. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
Listen, man, you gotta realize, man, that love between Jonathan and David was very, very unbreakable, man. You understand? It was very unbreakable, man. And this is what we have to realize, man, is that Jonathan loved David more than himself, man. You understand? We have to get in that. We have to get that through our mindsets, man, that You know, there's no reason to hate your brother over anything. You understand? Because guess what? We still got to forgive them. You understand? We're going to still have to forgive them. You understand? Whether it's, you know, in the world, in the school, whatever the case may be. You understand? Of course, according to how everything is done well, properly in this truth, man. You understand? Let's see here. YHO.Bree. And Shalaya, if I'm saying that name wrong, he says, why y'all hate IUIC? Now, you know, if you was in the class earlier, you know what I'm saying, like you would understand that, you know, hate is a very, very strong word, brother. You understand? And we don't hate IUIC. You understand? IUIC hates us. You understand? We've showed so much brotherhood to the IUIC, man. And they've done nothing but show disrespect to us, man. And we have to defend this truth, man. You understand? And we got to realize, man, that the IUIC has done some very, very foul things. You understand? Ask IUIC about Jordan Morgan. You understand? Ask IUIC about that brother arm that they broke. You understand? Ask IUIC how they do all these abominable things in that congregation to their sisters. Ask them that. Who is that? YHO.Bree. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go on YouTube and I want you to look at what was that? That was in the UK, right? I want you to look up their UK articles and just type in Jordan Morgan. See what happens. You understand? Then you may understand why we, of course, we don't hate IUIC. We just reveal their wickedness. You understand? Because IUIC is just like the Christian church. Right? Go ahead, come on, please.
All right, so ask IUIC, why is they still taking money out of Jordan Morgan's account?
Come on, man.
And she's on the lie.
Been for years, man. And this one particular article on YouTube, man, where her mom was crying out, man, and saying, why are y'all still taking her money? And she's been gone. She's been gone. Shalaya, look, come on. If you can pull that up.
Okay.
It's on like the
I can find it.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to YouTube and I'm gonna share the screen.
Mm-hmm. Listen, man, we're gonna take time off for that, man. You understand? Because you know, Jordan Morgan, man, was a sister, man, that has zeal, but she had the zeal for the wrong organization, man. You understand? And who's that? God's son. You understand? That's something that we don't need to be told. You understand? Because Diashi became a commander in Hana. You understand? We have told all camps to come back to the truth, man, and get this thing right, man. We've been said that, man. You understand? So those are the things that that they need to understand. Of course, you understand. With the grace of the generals and the captains of the school, you understand. See how that how that thing goes, man. No, brother, I will have to disagree with you, Godson. You understand? The ISUBK, we are in correct order according to the Bible, according to the Most High, man. You understand? And we gotta realize, man, that we are only here for the Israelites, man. Guess what? IUIC accepts who? Accepts so-called Africans, man, that are not of Israel, man. You understand? So-called white society, which is not of Israel. You understand? So we gotta realize, and you gotta do a little bit more research on these fake Israelite groups before you try to come up against the ISUBK that has been doing this well before you know you was an Israelite.
Right, sir.
Please.
I can't find it. You said what?
Let me see. Give me 1 second here. I forgot what I typed. I think I just typed in. Joy Morgan. Let me see here. Yep, it's the dang, that is a little long. It's about 30 minutes long. It's a BBC News beat.
News beat documentary.
Yep. And it's or this is a good one too. Dark Case documentaries. That one came out 2 years ago. And then you got the Daily Mail. Yeah, just go to YouTube, type up Joy Morgan, and all that information is going to come up, man. You understand? Yeah, and like another thing, you know what I'm saying, like with the IUIC, they do have a non-closure agreement. You understand? And yeah, man, like we definitely encourage you, man, to look up all that information, man. It's not hidden, man. And you can also find out that their leader, Nathaniel, quote unquote Bishop Nathaniel, he was a crooked cop, man. You can look up articles upon articles of how he set up black people, you understand, and how he stole from black people when he was a crooked cop, man, while in the IUIC. You understand? You gotta realize, man, that this right here is very serious, man. But yeah, you can just you ain't gotta pull it up all the come on. It just you just type up Joy Morgan on YouTube, and I will recommend you go to the Dark Case documentaries. It's about 30 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? You can look at that one. And then yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like take that back to IUIC, man, see what they gotta say. You know what I'm saying? And all these other women that they're just doing so terrible about, man. They're doing those sisters in that cult so terrible. You understand?
You said it's called Dark Case documentary.
Yeah, Dark Case documentaries. But you can just type in Joy Morgan on YouTube, and it should be that second one that come up. Should be the second one that come up. And I think you the brother that's in Florida. You understand? You said that he did it in the truth. You understand? And the reason why we say this right here, he was never in the truth, because he left the truth and did his own thing. Man. You understand? That's how that's why we say he was never in the truth, man, because he never stayed. You understand? If he was in the truth, guess what? We would still be talking about him right now. But guess what? We're not talking about him. Why? Because he's not in the truth, man. We're talking about him in the horrible things that he did to that sister Joy Morgan, man, and allowed it, and then try to lie on the ISUBK to say that African was in the ISUBK. I realize, man, we gotta be careful, man. But let's get back to the scriptures. We was at 1 Samuel, right? Chapter 18. Let's read verse 1 again, please.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. And Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
Keep going.
Verse 2. And Saul took him that day and would let him go no more home to his father's house.
You understand? And Saul took him that day, and he will let him go no more home to his father's house. Let's keep reading to see exactly the context of this all.
Verse 3.
Lovely, hey, what's going on now, sis?
Verse 3. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul.
Man, listen, and we gotta realize, man, that this is not no intimate love, man. You're saying this was some genuine brotherhood, man. That is a lost art in today's society, man. You understand? This right here is a true definition of what brotherhood should truly be about. Man. Should truly be about, man. You understand? This is what love is about, man. You understand? Send us your number in the chat, and then we'll be able to reach out to you. Okay. Let's keep reading, though, brother, please.
Verse 4. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David.
Man, listen, that's brotherhood right there, man. He took off his clothes, man, and gave it to a brother that was in need. Now, I'm not I'm not the smartest man on earth, man. You understand? Well by far that, man. You understand? But I do know one thing, man. That the brothers and sisters here in the ISUBK, man, you understand? I can go from the East Coast to the West Coast and not have a dime to my name, and guess what? That brotherhood and sisterhood, man, guess what? We're going to figure it out, man. Having a place to stay, having some food, you understand? Having a good time, you understand? These are the things, man, that's going to matter when it comes to this brotherhood and this sisterhood, man. We have to be able to love one another, man, like Jonathan loved David, man. He took off his garment, man, and gave it to David, man. That's some real shit right there, Shalaki, from my language. That's as real as it gets, man. But let's keep reading, please.
Sir, I found that video.
Okay. It's under the yeah. Dark Cases. Dark Cases. Yep. Dark Cases documentary, man. You understand? If you ever have time, man, look that up, man. And it's about 30 minutes long, man. You understand? But if you can like make it through it, man, and you might have a little rage behind it, man. But that shows you exactly what happened, man. With Jorah Morgan, man. Save that in your bookmarks. Save it in your history. Hell, download the video and keep it on your phone, man. Go ahead, priest.
I got a shirt back there, the UPK shirt that says remember Jorah Morgan.
Trying to tell you, I got one as well too, man. Because that was a horrible thing that they did to that sister, man. It was horrible, man. They allowed an outsider come and do that to her, man. Hell, if that was in the kingdom, man, good night. Ain't no telling what would have happened, man. Because you know why? Because we're not supposed to mix with these other nations.
Right.
It's a shame, man. Please, go ahead, please.
Like I said, they tried to mix with Africa. You see how Africa ran them out of Africa.
Off, brother. You understand? Africa ran them off, man. Hell, they were was those bombs that they had, or was they shooting at them?
It was tear gas and flash.
Tear gas and flashing. That's what it was, man. You understand? Those are the things we gotta realize, man. That is very, very important, man, that we hold on to the customs that was brought down to us when it comes to this brotherhood and sisterhood, man. Brotherhood and sisterhood, man, will save the whole earth. Black, Latino, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. It will save the whole earth, man. If we truly just come together and put all of our differences to the side, of course, make sure that it's done within decency and order. Yeah, we'll be able to take over, man. Let's keep on reading, priest, please, if you don't mind.
Kind of verse. So like I'm gonna start back from the beginning.
Yeah, please, if you don't mind.
1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 4. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David, and his garment, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his girdle. Verse 5. And David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people.
Mm-hmm.
and also in the sight of Saul's servant.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm scrolling down for the class.
Are you good?
Verse 6. And it came to pass as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing, to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music.
You understand? We gotta realize, man, that this was the time when David slaughtered who? Goliath. You understand? And it says all the women of Israel. Once again, man, it's like, you know, every time I read this right here, man, it's like it takes me to the part of my life where I didn't know that God only loved Israel and that Christ only died for the Israelites, man. And I think back, and I go back to that time and point in my life, and I think about everybody that's in that point of their life right now, man. Because guess what? It's still Black, Latinos, and Native Indians that don't know that Christ only died for the Israelites and that this is the God of Israel. Hell, we're reading it right now. It said when David came back from slaughtering that Philistine, Goliath, that the women of Israel, they did these great things, man, these wondrous things, man. You understand? You gotta realize, man, that this is important right here, man. This truth is so important, man. This truth has to be told. This truth has to be on every billboard. Why? Because we are in the midst of World War III, man, and anything can pop off right now. Anything can happen, man. You gotta realize, man, it's time for us to bind with one another, man, and truly come together, man. Why?
You're muted.
Hey, shit, like about that, y'all, man. We ran into some technical difficulties down here in South Carolina. You understand? But we are back up. You understand? Once again, of course, this is ISHP Canada Commander Jenny Hanna. Star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are in the leadership of Command Jenny Hanna. You understand? We're gonna get right back into it. You understand? The title should still be up. Of course, you understand. We going into what's going to be your sacrifice for your people. What's going to be your sacrifice for Israel specifically? You understand? We are in the last days. Listen, the time is now, man, for us to truly come together and truly give a damn about one another and truly put everything that we have about one another to the side and just take care of our Father's business, man. Take care of the Most High business, man. And the Most High don't want us warring against one another, man. The Most High don't want that, man. You understand? Well, we was in Samuel, right?
I believe it was 1 Samuel.
Okay, 1 Samuel. Let's go. Oh man, we got 15 more minutes. Let's go to the book of Psalm. Psalm chapter 105. And verse 15.
Let me share the screen.
No, let's start at verse 12. Shalagi.
Come on. All right, Psalms chapter 105, verse 12. When they were but a few men in number, yet very few, and strangers in it. Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people. Verse 14. He suffered no man to do them wrong, yet he reproved kings for their sake.
You understand? Like, we gotta realize, man, that this was the time, you understand, when Israel were going through these kingdoms and conquering these kingdoms, man. And the Most High, he did what, man? He showed his goodness to the children of Israel, man. And more specifically, this next scripture. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Moreover, he called like verse 15.
Yeah, 15,
saying, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm.
Listen, man, we gotta realize, man, when it comes to the priests and prophets of the Most High, man, the Most High said, don't harm them. You understand? The ones that are anointed, the ones that the prophets, don't do anything to them.
Right.
Why? Because they're doing what this Bible says, man. And here in the ISHP Canada Commanding Jenny Hanna, we've been doing this, man, for a very long time, man. And that time is now, man. That time is now, man, for us to realize who the true priests and prophets of the Lord is, man. This only dwells here in the ISHP Canada Commanding Jenny Hanna, man. Always have and always will, man. You understand? And once Christ returns, we're going to see who's on top, man. You understand? We're going to see who's going to be in that righteous rulership. You understand? Hell, we're already seeing who's the wicked that are currently in our rulership. We've been saying that for a very, very long time, man. The wicked have taken over this place, man. You understand? And when Christ returns, man, guess what's going to happen, man? That order is going to be restored in a place that is so needed, man. This place is so needed, man. That order is so needed to be restored in this place, man. In this hellhole, man. That's what has to happen, man. That is what truly has to happen, man, for us to come together, man. But the Most High said what, man? The Most High said, man, do not harm the prophets, man. Don't do anything to them, man. You understand? Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's go to what was that? Psalm. You were at verse 15, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Hey man, I got chapter 5, verse 34. I'm gonna try to get through these. I probably won't be able to get through all of them, but I'm gonna try my hardest to get through these last scriptures right here.
This is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 34. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 35, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 36, neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black.
Listen, man, we gotta realize, man, that this is a serious thing that we talking about right here, man. You understand? These are the things that belong to the Most High, man. You understand? In verse 36 says, neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black, man. You understand? We gotta realize, man, that when it comes to truly, and I mean truly, man, truly coming together, man, and truly being on one accord, and truly having that understanding of the Bible and having that understanding of what's to be done, we gotta realize, man, that we gotta get in these scriptures, man. The Bible talks about precept upon precept, line upon line, here, there, and there a little, man. You understand? These are the mysteries, man, that's been so what's the word? So hidden from us, and now it's truly being told in a way that where only Black, Latinos, and Native Indians can truly understand it, man. You understand? This Bible is for us, man. We have to do this, man. We have to come together. That's the only thing that's tearing us apart, is not coming together, man. And loving white society, man. And doing all these abominable things, man. Let's end on dang. Let's go to 1 Samuel 20. We're gonna end on that.
1 Samuel chapter 20.
Verse 1. No. Let's start at man. I want to. Hey, y'all. I kind of want to hold that real quick. Let me see if this is the one that I really want to go to in 2 Samuel. Yeah, let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 25.
2 Samuel chapter 1.
Yep, in verse 25. Let's start at verse 24. Hey man, this is a good chapter too, man. Let's start at verse 24, and then we're gonna read on down, and then we're gonna go ahead and close out, man.
This is 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 24. Ye daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet with other delights, who put on ornaments of gold upon your apparel. Verse 25. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of the battle, O Jonathan? Thou wast slain in thine high place.
And this is very key right here. Keep going.
Verse 26. I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women.
Listen, man. That right there, what David is saying right there is so heavy, man. That last part, like we got to realize, man, that when it comes to this brotherhood, man, we got to have that brotherhood, man, like David and Jonathan had, man. You understand? King David, man, of course, at this given time, you understand, he was made king over Judah. You understand? He said, passing the love of a woman. Now we know how much we love women, man. Like Latinos and Native Indians, we love women to the point where it's like, man, we do crazy things over women, man. And David is saying, man, that the love that I have for Jonathan has surpassed the love I have of thy woman. You understand? That right there is the art and the essence of brotherhood, man. And I encourage brothers and sisters, man, to read these stories, man, when it talks about brotherhood. You understand me? Of course, we all know that brotherhood and sisterhood go hand in hand. How do we know that? Because we read it just now when it talks about the women of Israel. You understand? Doing all these great things for Saul. You understand? Because he was raised up at that given time, man. And the sister done marvelous things for him, man. We gotta realize, man, that when it comes to this brotherhood, man, we gotta be 10 toes deep in it, man. You understand? We gotta give a damn about our brother, man. We gotta give a damn about our brother on our right side, left side. You understand me? The ones that are in the front of the battle and the ones that are in the back of the battle, man. You understand? And the ones that are all around us, man. Yeah, because that's all we have, man. You understand? And with that, you two are coming up. Come on. All right, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Chris and also for coming up.
So I got to grab my phone for the holy day. This is the ISBK security announcements. We are the ISBK, Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. Salakia. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, 8 through 10 is where you can read about this at. Ma'asharai means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, this is a free will offering for priests. This is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you will like. The upcoming holy convocation is feast of first fruits, right? No, the memorial blowing of trumpets. It would be the memorial of blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, that which would be Sunday, 21st September of 2025. You can read about this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. Remind Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, please start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And see you at North Carolina Cookout this weekend. Shalom, Lord of Christ. Y'all be safe.